How to crochet the sedge stitch. We're going to start off by working the sedge stitch flat, and then I'll show you how to work it in the round. So to work it flat, you're going to make a slip knot and chain any multiple of 3. So you can chain however many you want, just make sure that the final chain is a multiple of 3. For today's tutorial, I am going to chain 15 stitches. Once you have chained your 15 stitches, or whatever number that you have that's a multiple of 3, we are going to work row 1. So for row 1, we are going to start off by placing a half double crochet into the second stitch from the hook. So we're going to skip this first chain and work a half double crochet into the second chain, and then we're going to work a double crochet in that same stitch, just like so. Then we're going to start our repeat, which is going to be to skip 2 stitches. So skip that next stitch and then skip the stitch after that. Then into this third stitch, we are going to work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet into that same chain. And we're going to continue that all the way across until we have 1 chain remaining. So I'm going to do it along with you. Skip 2 chains, work a single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet all in that same chain. A couple more times. Single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet all in the same stitch after skipping those 2 chains. Then one more time, skip 2 chains, then work a single crochet, half double crochet, and a double crochet all in that same stitch. Now once you get to the end, you should have 1 stitch remaining. Into that stitch, we are simply going to work a single crochet. And there is row 1. Now for row 2, this is going to be the row that we repeat for the duration of our project. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to work a half double crochet and a double crochet into this very first stitch, which is also our single crochet stitch, our last single crochet of the previous row. And that's the stitch we're going to be working into all the way across. So now we're going to start our repeat. We're going to skip 2 stitches and then work a single crochet, half double crochet, and a double crochet all into that third stitch. And we're going to keep repeating that. Skip 2, single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. Skip 2, single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. Now I'm going to repeat that one more time. Skip 2, single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. Now once you get to the end, you should have 2 stitches remaining. You should have repeated it all the way across, no matter how many stitches that you have, and then you should have 2 stitches remaining at the end of your row. So the final step, we are going to skip the next stitch and work a single crochet into that last stitch. And that is our row 2 repeat. So I'm going to show you that a couple of more times. Like I said, this is going to be the row that we repeat for the duration of our project. I'm going to chain 1 and turn, work a half double crochet and a double crochet into that very first stitch. Then I'm going to start my repeat, which is skip 2 stitches, then work a single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet all into that third stitch. And then we are going to skip 2, single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. Like I said, we're going to repeat this all the way across until we have 2 stitches remaining. Okay, I have 2 stitches remaining. I'm simply going to skip 1 stitch and then work a single crochet into that last stitch. And then simply repeat that row for the duration of your project. Now that we have worked this stitch flat, let's do it in the round. The sedge stitch in the round is very similar to when it's worked flat, but there are a couple of little differences that I wanted to be sure to point out. So for starters, we're going to start with a chain of a multiple of 3 plus 2. So for this sample, I am going to chain 30, and then I'm going to add 2 to that, equaling 32. So you can chain any multiple of 3, and then simply add 2 to the end. So I'm going to chain 32 stitches. Okay, I have my 32 chains. Now I am going to join this in the round. So I'm going to hold my chain nice and straight so that every stitch is facing me and laying neatly. And then I'm going to slip stitch into this very first stitch by pushing my hook down and then going into that stitch. Now I like to go through 2 layers of the stitch instead of just one, just for added security, and it helps make the join less visible when we're complete. And then I'm going to slip stitch into that. Now I'm going to start row 1 by chaining 1 and then working a half double crochet and a double crochet into that same stitch that we slip stitched into. Now I'm going to start my repeat. I'm going to skip 2 chains and then work a single, a half, and a double crochet all in that same stitch. Again, I'm going to skip 2 chains, then work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet all into that same stitch. Now I'm going to repeat that repeat all the way around my work until I reach the end where I should have 1 chain remaining. Alrighty, I have worked all the way around my foundation chain, and now I am going to work into this very last stitch. Now it's important to note that this slip stitch does not count as a stitch. It can be easy to confuse the two together, but keep in mind that we're only working into the chain stitches here. So I have 1 stitch remaining. I am simply going to finish off this round by placing 1 single crochet into that stitch. And now I'm going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet to close off that round, and there is the conclusion of round 1. Now we're going to begin round 2, and this is the round that we're going to repeat for the duration of our project. So we're going to chain 1 and turn, work a half double crochet and a double crochet in the first stitch. Again, note that the slip stitch right here does not count as a stitch, nor does the chain 1. So this last single crochet that we worked is considered our first stitch. We're going to work a half double crochet and a double crochet into that stitch, and then we will start our repeat. We're going to skip 2 stitches and work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet all into that 3rd stitch. One more time, skip 2 stitches, work a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet all into that 3rd stitch. I'm going to repeat that all the way around, and then I should have 2 stitches remaining. Okay, I've worked all the way around and I have 2 stitches remaining. I'm going to finish off the round by skipping this next stitch and then working a single crochet into that very last stitch and slip stitching to the first stitch from the round. And that is how to work the sedge stitch in the round. Simply repeat row 2 all the way for the duration of your project. I hope you enjoyed following along with this stitch pattern tutorial and that you found it both helpful and useful. Be sure to check out the description box below to find the links to the specific materials that I used in today's video, as well as the patterns that I have available that feature this stitch pattern. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will catch you all next time. Until then, happy making. Bye.